Okay, this is how to do density calculations video. Okay, so the first thing we want to look at is our formula. Density equals mass divided by volume. We use this formula when we know mass and volume and want to find density. Other forms of the formula, what do we want to find? So when we want to find volume, okay, we have to change this formula to get volume all by itself. So if density equals mass divided by volume, we need to get volume by its side. So if we do something to one side of the equal sign, we have to do it to the other. And since this is the bottom and I want to get it on the top, I'm going to multiply both sides by volume. Okay, and then these will cancel, and I have density times volume equals mass. I still don't have volume all by itself, so now I gotta divide this side by density and that side by density. And so what I'll get is I'll get volume equals mass divided by density. And so when I want to find volume, I'm going to use this equation. When I want to find mass, so I start with my original equation, density equals mass divided by volume. I need to get mass all by itself on one side of the equal sign. So what I do on one side of the equal sign, I have to do to the other. So since volume's on the bottom, I'm going to multiply that by volume. If I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other side. My volumes cancel out, and I have volume times density equals mass. Okay, and so then I can just rewrite that formula as mass equals density times volume. And so when I'm trying to find something for mass, that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so practice problems. For number one, okay, so these are the steps that I want you to take. Step one, okay, we're going to read the problem. You have a rock with a volume of 15 centimeters cubed and a mass of 45 grams. What is its density? So the first thing I want you to do is to underline the question. What is its density? Okay, so that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find density. Step two, write down all the variables. So we have density, mass, and volume. And then we need to identify what we know and what we don't know. So when I go through this, a rock with a volume of 15 centimeters cubed. So I know that's my volume. So I put my number in here, 15 centimeters cubed. And a mass of 45 grams. So I know the mass is 45 grams. What is density? I'm trying to find density, so I put a question mark there. Okay, that's step one, is to find the variables and identify the unknown variable. The next thing we do is we write the formula down and solve that formula for that unknown variable, like what we did up here. Okay, so our formula, this is the main formula, density equals mass divided by volume. I'm looking for density. I have density all by itself on one side of the equation, so this is the form of the equation that I want. The next step is to put the numbers in the formula. We're not going to do any math yet. So I have density equals mass, which is my 45 grams, divided by my volume, which is my 15 centimeters cubed. Okay, once I've done this part, now I can do the math. I plug this into my calculator. We take the top number divided by the bottom. So 45 grams divided by 15 centimeters cubed is going to give us 3 grams per centimeter cubed. Okay, the next step is I need to check my significant figures. So when I look at my problem, this has 2 significant figures. Remember, all non-zeros are significant, so 1, 2 significant figures. This has 2 significant figures, 1, 2, and so my answer has to have 2 significant figures. I only have 1 there, so I'm going to have to put my answer 3.0, so I have 1, 2, so trailing zeros after a decimal are significant. So these are both significant. I put my units on there, and then this is my answer. Okay. The next 1. Okay, I'm going to end my video now because I'm going to run out of time to upload.